cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life. But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Hey everyone, yesterday's video brought around many questions as to Season 7 plotlines. So first of all, if you do not want any major spoilers and leaked info about Season 7, feel free to click off the video, I won't blame you. Okay, like I said, yesterday was a big deal when it came to Gendry's plotline. Now there is a chance from the video we saw that Gendry is back with Davos in Season 7. We can see that a scene is being filmed where Davos and Tyrion and a young man in red are dealing with a couple gold cloaks in what seems to be King's Landing. After the two guards see Tyrion, they quickly come over to the boat that Davos was hanging out at along with the younger man, and it looks like they get a little upset. Davos directs their attention away from the boat, allowing for the man in red to knock them down with a warhammer or a similar weapon. This scene immediately rang alarm bells shouting Warhammer, like the one that Robert Baratheon killed Rhaegar with at the Battle of the Trident. So if it is a Warhammer, who could be wielding it? Well, how about Gendry, Robert's bastard son? I mean, it lines up. Gendry was sent to row away from Dragonstone back to King's Landing to get away from the wrath of Melisandre and Stannis a few seasons back. And ever since then, Gendry has apparently been rowing his boat. It looks like Davos and Tyrion are making landfall on King's Landing, maybe even being escorted secretly through the city by an older, more mature Gendry. Many fans argued that this person is Podrick and not Gendry. People have said that it isn't actually a warhammer at all, but truly the axe Tyrion gifted to Podrick after the Battle of the Blackwater. People have said that since Podrick wears red and is already hanging out around Davos and the Northern Alliance back in Season 6, that it's most likely him. It has also been said that Gendry's plot would have a lot of explaining to do and it wouldn't make sense for it to be Gendry. Well, if we look at the axe in comparison to Podrick from the show, we can actually see it's not really that large. I mean, yes, it is a fair size, don't get me wrong, but it has a slender look to it all the way to the double-sided blade, as in the head of the axe is not very round, which doesn't really coincide with the weapon used from the man in red. So in my mind, it kind of shows that this is not Podrick wielding his axe gifted from Tyrion. Also, if you look closely, which may be difficult with the pixelation from the distant zoom on the camera, the body of the actor looks more like that of a slender man. Here is a recent picture of the actor who plays Podrick coming out of the trailer while in Belfast. Now let's compare him to the body of the man in red. Okay, and let's now look at a picture taken of the actor who plays Gendry when he was spotted just a few weeks ago flying into Belfast, which is where the main studio for the Game of Thrones production is located. Joe Dempsey, Gendry, is more slender and in my opinion looks more like the person swinging that large hammer-like weapon. So to organize my findings a bit better, we have a younger looking man in red swinging a weapon that satisfies the shape and size of a hammer-like object, more so than the obviously smaller axe that Podrick carries. Gendry is known to be more slender and have an athletic build in comparison to Podrick, who has a wider frame. Joe Dempsey was spotted multiple times hanging out in Belfast, as well as reports of him hanging out with the Game of Thrones cast in the past weeks, showing a good possibility of a Gendry cameo in Season 7. And finally, Gendry's father, the late King Robert Baratheon, was famous for his weapon of choice during Robert's Rebellion, a warhammer. It is very possible that this scene could potentially be the only major scene that we actually see Gendry in, due to his character's plotline being a cliffhanger, and this could be the show's way of tying a bow on it, with some extra fan service of Gendry swinging a hammer like his father once did. I wanted to clear up the questions everyone had. Last thing, I want to leave you with what is now the biggest spoiler to date. I know I just said the same thing yesterday, but trust me, this is it. Please click off this video now if you want to stay in the dark. I completely understand if you do. Okay, here it is. Watchers on the Wall has been all over the updates again. I'll leave the full article that has extra pictures in the description. Thanks to Geek Fuel for sponsoring today's video. If you haven't checked them out yet, just know that they send out monthly mystery boxes with tons of awesome novelties and memorabilia from your favorite movies and TV shows like Game of Thrones. And this month they are including an exclusive Game of Thrones item that you can't get anywhere else. I'll give you a hint. It's a dragon egg, and if you use my special link in the description, you can get a bonus Game of Thrones item. So go ahead and check them out. Have a great day everyone, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.